Taurus reading has come up. All right, so Taurus. So right off, I feel like everything is going to be okay, and I'm seeing you be more popular. You're gaining popularity on social media, but this starts off with your positioning in your own environment and your community. Like you're finally feeling the stress relieve itself from you. And it's basically, wow, look at this card, chaos in reverse. It's basically you being able to process this chaotic energy and information around you in a more peaceful way. All right. So, and not getting caught up on every little detail. So you might have been overstimulated before, and it made you feel like the world was really a chaotic place, but it's not. It's just, you just can see a lot of things, and it was burdening you. You felt burdened. Um, you might have even got diagnosed for anxiety and depression and things like this. Like, I don't ever want to throw a doctor under the bus because I'm so grateful for what doctors are able to do, nurses, and all of those people in the service energy, the service industry. What do you call it? The people we need. I'm forgetting what they were called. But like, I'm forgetting what they're officially, not officially, but during the time where everyone had to stay at home, that had to be at work. You know, these people. You don't want to throw them under the bus just because you suddenly feel like you can stand on your own 2 feet. Because at some point you might have really needed a doctor to just look you in the eyes and make you feel human. But at the same time, you no longer feel depressed. You no longer feel anxious. It's like, wow, this is who I am. I want to stay here. I want to stay in this frequency. I can see the trees. I can see the breeze blowing the leaves. I can see the sky. I can see the light. Like, it's beautiful. I love it. And other people are still living their lives. Like, I'm not isolated. I can hear people playing sports over there. I can hear some people doing work in the background or just minding their happy little business. I can hear the birds chirping, and I don't feel overwhelmed. You might have been having anxiety attacks, panic attacks over the slightest little thing. Somebody could turn the page in a book and it's like it just turns your whole world upside down. And if you explained this to anybody, they would think you were crazy, because that's precisely what it was. And that's why these types of diagnoses are so beneficial, because it gives you something to understand. You can do some research. You can learn what the symptoms are. You can gravitate towards a community of people who are also suffering to actually get better at the end of the day. You're going to have to lead that community at some point because you're no longer depressed. All right, so maybe I'm speaking in the future. Maybe you still do feel a little bit overwhelmed. Like, maybe you still do want to punch a fly, like if it bothers you that much. I feel like it's not going to in the future very soon. And I feel like this is something you can really look forward to, this type of peace. And it's going to last, like, because ultimately what you've been through, this overstimulation, is normal for who you are. The peace that you have surpasses understanding. So I'm not going to pretend to understand it all. But, I feel like just a little snippet or a peek at what you've been through is enough to drive anybody crazy. And the fact that you got through it really speaks volumes to the peace that you have. Like, you were able to get through all of this. You make it look easy now. And so because it is so hard, people aren't going to be clinging to you. You're not going to be surrounded by a bunch of people who just want to take. And remember, we started this off with popular social media. That's what's coming towards you. That's what you're headed towards with this King of Pentacles. And I feel like social media can just show. And media, a lot of times, is just about your source. Not your source, but your tools, your medium. Like an artist uses paints, different materials. Pentacles is your materials. So it's like how you function in society. What ways do you use to obtain this peace? And it's not something that people can just pick up on. Like, you really have to teach it. You really have to make a course, write a book, start your blog or whatever it is. It's not something that anybody can just steal from you. And that's where the blessings come in, because they really do have to get in line, right? It's valuable. And you're aware of that. You know your worth. So you're not giving anything away. All right, but let's find out what this love is coming towards you. Like, is this person going to be supportive? Are they going to be just another parasite? We have, I'm sorry, I'm the worst. I effed up at the bottom of the deck. I just feel like this is something we want to bring. So this may be somebody coming from the past that wants forgiveness, or somebody that you're about to run into that's not going to last long, or they're going to end up doing something that's like just basically trying to get in on your good side and fill up on your energy. All of a sudden, I feel like it's better for you to get a dog at this point, or a cat, or a bird, or something, even like a tank of fish, if you want somebody to keep you company. Because anybody coming towards you right now with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse and this Knight of Pentacles in your future, I feel like they're just going to be trying to ride your coattails, like, because you're still not completely healed. So if they see any type of vulnerability that they can exploit without you knowing about it, or feeling like that you physically can't do anything about it, that's a real negative, toxic energy. And they already see that you're a good person. We have quality time. They want to spend time with you. But look at this lock and chain. I just feel like it's so reminiscent of the Devil card. Like, because the Devil card resembles the Lover's card, but it's like by force and manipulation. It's always something you can get out of, and that's where I feel like this Five of Flutes comes from, because this person knows that you're onto them. I don't know what this stands for, ITM, but I do see this heart around her neck. Maybe this is something you can look up later. This is the last rose.